Hey guys, how we doing today? A couple quick announcements. We are going to be scheduling the times at 4 o'clock starting next week. I've got a lot of feedback that 4 o'clock is a better time for the kids. Misunderstood on my end because my kids have different times they're doing their homework. So starting Monday, there'll be a 4 o'clock live. We're also going to increase the Zoom privates, which I'm trying to get the information out to everybody. Bear with me, I'm working the best I can. All right, today's gonna be real simple. I'm gonna show you the materials you need, then I'm gonna show you the exercises for the form, and then I'm gonna do the form. It'll be a short video. Once you get the materials and you build your chucks, you can go back and do the form. If you have them already, that's great. If not, I'm gonna show you how to do them. Before we start, again, thank you very much for all the feedback. I appreciate it, and I beg everybody, please share with at least 5 people every day. I'm trying to reach out to more people that aren't getting the videos. I'd appreciate the help. Anything you could do is much appreciated. Again, I told you yesterday, whoever shares the videos the most will get a pizza party here when this quarantine is all over. And again, almost another week down. Okay, so these are the 2 things that are inside paper towels. Very simple. Wait till you're around at paper towels and save them. You can do this 2 ways. You could take a pen and poke a hole and tie a string, or even easier, you can poke a hole and use an elastic band. After you poke a hole through, 1 elastic band knot, poke a hole through, 1 elastic band knot, take a 3rd elastic band, tie them together, and you will get these. Now they're not going to be perfect, but they'll work in a pinch. So if you could see right there how you poke a hole, tie them, knot them, and they will work as well as we can with chucks at home. Now, if you have a pair of regular chucks, you can start with me. First, there's exercises. The nunchucks weren't a warrior's weapon. Get a little history of where weapons came from. Back in Japan during the emperor days, only his warriors or his soldiers were allowed to carry swords. So Japanese farmers, they were viewed as peasants. They weren't allowed to have weapons, and they had to use what they had around them to protect themselves with. So their tools became their training items. The chucks were used to clear the fields, beat down the wheat. They could carry them on them at any time, and if they were attacked, they could use them as a weapon. Now in the movies, we always see the chucks being swung up here like by Michelangelo, but in reality, what's the most important with the chuck is how to control it after it hits, because if you can't control it, it's going to bounce back and hit you. So some of the drills, real simple. The bigger the horse stance, the better. The tighter the horse stance, you're going to see, you're going to do this a lot, and you're going to have a lot of problems. First, if we were to hold the chuck here, we'd get a further striking. But for control, we're going to hold it at the top. As you get better, you can move your hands down. One of the most impressive things for all those who remember the Bruce Lee movies is Bruce Lee used to hold them down here, which is a lot more difficult to control as you're swinging these around. So grab up to the top, get into a big stance, and we're going to roll forward. By forward, I mean the direction is going away from you. Forward. When I say backwards, the chuck will be going backwards, towards your back, towards the front. So we're going to start with a forward roll. Roll 1, 2, 3, and bounce it off the inside of your leg. It will go backwards. 1, 2, 3, shoulder, backwards, forward. 1, 2, 3, backwards, 1, 2, 3. Now you're not hitting yourself. You're bouncing it off your body to hit the attacker. So again, 1, 2, 3, off the leg, bounce it back, 1, 2, 3, shoulder. This will work with your makeshift chucks. Again, if you tape these down and stuff things in them, they're going to be a little heavier. You'll be able to spin them more. So 1, 2, 3, off the leg, 1, 2, 3, off the back. 1, 2, 3, off the leg, 1, 2, 3, off the back. Next thing you would do is you would switch your hands and work your left. If you are a lefty, this side's going to be easier. If you're a righty, this side's going to be a little more difficult. But you got to work both sides. 1, 2, 3, forward. 1, 2, 3, backwards. Now the next thing we're going to do is what we call a triangle. It's going to go across your waist, shoulder. The beauty about the chuck form is all the exercises are moves in the form. So once we learn these exercises, you have the form. The triangle goes hip, hip, shoulder. Hip, hip, shoulder. You could catch and try the other side. Hip, hip, shoulder, hip, hip, shoulder. So we have 2 exercises now. Big stance. Again, if you're in a tight stance, you're going to move because you don't want to hit yourself. Big stance off the leg. 1, 2, 3. Back. 1, 2, 3. Shoulder. 1, 2, 3. Leg. Back. 1, 2, 3. Shoulder. Triangle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch. And let's go left. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. Up. For the parents who have to help their kids make this, they're pretty simple. Again, 3 elastic bands will do perfect. And I'm sure we all have paper towel rolls in the house. If you don't and you want to order a pair of chucks on Amazon, by all means, feel free. Order the rubber pair. They did not have those when I learned the chuck form. The rubber pair allows you to make a mistake and it doesn't hurt as much. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. Shoulder. Let's go triangle. 1, 2, 3. Very important where this hand is. You don't want to just let it hang out down there. You're going to hit yourself. So it's always in elbow position. Triangle. Cross, cross, up. Cross, cross, up. This brings us to our 3rd exercise. We have the rolls off our legs and shoulders as 1. We have the triangles as 2. And the 3rd one is called figure 8s. You're just going to do a figure 8 with your chuck, allowing it to come back and forth. Again, this would be done in a horse stance, but for now, practicing. You're going to have to practice with your left. Figure 8. Now, as you're doing this in the beginning, you're going to find your arms going, and that's fine. We'll tighten it up and make it more wrist as we go. Figure 8s, and then you're going to have to catch, and it'll roll again. Now, the secret to catching a figure 8 is not to go sideways. In other words, shoulder to shoulder, horizontal. Not this way, but vertical, up and down, and it will allow the chuck to come right down into your hand. It's called gravity. Very simple. Okay, let's do those 3 exercises with real chucks. Again, for all my karate guys, you know I say these are chopsticks for big people. One of the biggest things I miss right now is sushi. I love sushi, but I really don't trust a restaurant right now to get some sushi. So, let's jump into our horse stance. Again, bigger stance, the better. The tighter you are, you're not going to want to hit yourself. So roll it down. 1, 2, 3, leg. 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3, leg. 1, 2, 3, back. As you get better, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you go ones. Triangles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Figure 8 with the right. Now you go fast. You can go slow. After you get to 8, catch. Now, other side. Left. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. Shoulder. 1, 2, 3. Down. Shoulder. 2s. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 1s. 1, 1, 1. Triangles. Catch. All right. Let's start the form. Those are our 3 exercises. Everything we just did is in the form. Start with your chucks in your left hand. You bow. Step out. And twist your body. So now we're in that big stance. Starting with our right. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 back. 1, 2, 3 down. 1, 2, 3 back. Triangle catch. Again, that triangles. Side, side, back. For catching, take your spare hand, go right to your armpit. That's where you're going to catch it, over the shoulder. Turn back to the center, pivot to the other side. Again, those big stances are paramount here. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 back. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 back. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 back, triangle, catch, middle. Get ready for your figure 8. 1, 6, 7, 8. Slide forward, upward block, front poke, front kick, touch the ground, jumping front kick, and I call this the Yahoo cowboy move. Back into a horse stance. Now we double. Instead of triple, we do double. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Double triangle, catch. Switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Triangle, catch. Forward, figure 8. And that's the first part of your chuck form. It's that simple. I'm going to go over the exercises one more time. I'm going to go over the form one more time. As you build your chucks, go back and do the form. If you have your chucks, just keep practicing. One more time. Left hand, bow, step out, twist. 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, 3, up. Triangle. Catch. Forward. Twist. 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down, up. Down, up. Triangle. Catch. Forward. Figure 8. Again, in the beginning, you will be doing this. That's okay. You'll get tighter as you go. Catch. Forward. Block. Poke. Front kick. Jump front kick. Yahoo! Back, back, and we're right back into that stance. Doubles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Catch. Switch. Again, that catch goes 1, 2, up to shoulder, hand under the armpit, right into it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Triangle. Armpit, catch, forward, figure 8. And finish. For my advanced guys, some drills to practice. Hip, hip, let it roll on your hand. Let it roll on the hand with the leg. It's a little bit harder, a little more advanced. Guys, enjoy the chuck form. One more time. Take your 2 cardboard inside your paper towels, poke a hole with a pen. If you have a string, tie a string through. If not, 1 elastic band, knot, 1 elastic band, knot. 3rd elastic band ties them together. And you have your makeshift Corona chucks, we'll call them. Oh, they catch on you. They don't move the same, but we can still practice the same. Great job today, guys. Tomorrow, it's going to be our big workout. Maybe get outside. We'll see how the weather goes. Let's go back over our 3 principles as a martial artist that we live by. Respect, treating people the way we want to be treated. Guys, behave at home. 2, self-control, controlling your behavior. No fighting with our brothers and sisters. Be patient. Self-discipline. Oh boy, this is the toughest one. Self-discipline, doing the things we're supposed to do, whether we want to or not. Some of you have heard this story before, but I'm going to share it with you. I think my father taught me so many things growing up as a kid, but this was one of the best lessons he could have ever taught me. I'm not sure if he was even trying to. See, there was this brand new lawnmower at our house, and I was young. I was a little too young to cut the grass, but I was like, Dad, that lawnmower is awesome. Can I cut the grass? He's like, no, you can't. So I kept asking him, kept pestering him, can I cut the grass? He's like, no, not yet, you're not old enough. Well, eventually he said, hey, today's your day, you get to cut the grass. I was so excited. I was out there, I was cutting the grass, I was doing my little dance. It was fantastic. And that was that first week. And the second week, wasn't really the same. By the 3rd week, my friends were calling me to play football, and my dad came home and he said, hey, son. He used to call me a different name, but we'll say son. And he said, because you're not getting my nickname yet, guys. Not until you get the black belt. What happened to the grass today? And I said, well, Dad, I didn't really feel like cutting the grass. And he said, you don't have to feel like cutting it. You just got to do it. And wow. I mean, was he really trying to teach me the best self-discipline? He did. We don't have to like it. I hate taking the garbage out, but we have to do it. You could be playing a game and mom and dad are ready for dinner and they call you. You still want to play that game, but you know what? Your self-discipline kicks in. You put it away and you come. So 3 rules: respect, self-control, self-discipline. Let's make sure we're showing them. I will see you tomorrow. Be ready for a great workout. You guys are doing fantastic. And please, please, please share this with all the karate students, all your friends that come to karate, all your friends at school, anybody that could benefit from it. We're all stuck inside. Great job, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.